Greetings, Leo. Welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. As usual, we will get a rune and then a tarot card from the runic tarot deck, and then another rune for each position in your rune reading here this week, followed by, at the very end, an oracle card. And this week we are using the Dragon's Path Oracle deck, so stay tuned for that, Leo, at the very end. Getting into your energetic pass here, the rune is Theresas, needing to be very thorough, very divinely guided, but also very grounded in whatever direction you thoroughly commit to. This is like the thorn of the plant, or the giant hill, or the giant itself. I view this as a hammer, like Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, that can be very decisive, very thorough with the swing. It can build, destroy, or protect. So take it how it resonates. The choice is up to you. This is blessings or challenges with this in your energetic pass regardless. So definitely take what resonates in this rune reading here, Leo, okay? And leave what doesn't. Theresas here, though, is doing that boring research, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, gathering all your information, making sure you have everything in your priorities in a row, in order, like all your ducks in a row, so to speak, right? Just being very thorough with whatever it is that you're doing. Yeah. Five of Pentacles, or Shields, Pentacles energy here reversed. This is not these with on the card, but this is kind of the same thing with those challenges here with how we're showing up, how you're being thorough. This could have been like, oops, you forgot to dot an I or cross a T and your form had to come back for resubmission, or something like that. But this is kind of a feeling kind of left out in the cold, maybe denied a service or denied access to something, or feeling blocked energetically as far as this goes. But this is just meaning that it hasn't been thoroughly dealt with yet, whenever we have that sort of aspect with that Five of Pentacles, right? So this is just needing to be flexible, durable, like the yew tree that the soldier's kind of leaning up against here in this card as well. The yew branch, Y-E-W, of Iwas here, the rune of the world access tree, like Yggdrasil, the world tree. Very flexible, very durable, right? Needing to be weathering the storm, needing to be strong, needing to be tough. I think this is something that was kind of maybe like a detail that kind of came up out of the from the past or something like that, or that was just like a technicality, or something got hung up, and that it was a challenge here in your energetic past. Take that how it resonates. We're going to move on, because the now is where we are at anyway, which is beautiful new beginnings, beautiful blessings, familial style type of nurturing, maybe kind of returning home or to family to help feel nourished, recharged, or maybe even begin new things and give it like a mother's type of love to that new thing that you're beginning, right? It takes a village, right? It takes that clan-like love to support your new idea, to bless your new beginning. And I think that's kind of what you're kind of turning that into, like, a nice, beautiful, sharp decision. Two of Swords here clarifying this. You saw this as you could look at it as happening to you. You could look at it as happening for you, and I think you kind of saw this as like more of glass half full rather than glass half empty kind of energy here. And you made a very firm decision in your life here. To end a cycle, and to start this new one. You're learning a lesson here in the process. This is Year, the rune of the harvest. This is endings and beginnings simultaneously. This is that space in the middle where all the lessons are learned and applied. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you took this wisdom and you're like, bam. You're like on top of that. You didn't let that one get past you one bit, Leo. Which is beautiful because you are seizing this opportunity and you are looking in your vector of victory here. God Tears rune, sticking up for others, sticking up for yourself, showing up daily, doing the due diligence, that discipline work, sticking to your discipline, your vector of victory, and your sense of justice and balance as far as that goes. Very, very directional and firm kind of energy. So this beginning is definitely being worked on and blessed. Like this is like a very firm decision. I see like a lot of iron energy, very firm, like cutting through things, a lot of swords energy, probably coming up still in your reading is what I'm guessing. But here we have the sun. Yeah, okay. Showing up for yourself and for others authentically, being present, being in divine flow, being in your natural sense of self and abundance, what you know is divinely guided and in your presence is this is a beautiful way of being here in your near future here. The sun and Tiwa's together, very, very powerful here, Leo. I love this for your near future. So let me know in the comments below how this is all resonating here for you. Look at this. This is almost the opposite of the sun here with Isa, though. This is like saying solidify this. Like definitely let the ice, give time for that ice to freeze over the deep lake. Give time for the seasons to happen within you, right? And still go within for that clarity and let that help that guide you to your being your more authentic self and your like your inner moral compass of showing for up for what is just and true and good for others and for yourself and your divinely guided path, right? This is beautiful. This is helping you solidify that into your being, Leo. Awesome sauce. You've been doing some work. Yeah, this is in your influence position. This is Urus. This is that momentum, and maybe like that health check-in. Like, well, it's healthy around me. Like, because I know as I gain momentum, I want each step to be a lot more healthy. Right, to be that much more grounded, that much more sure and vitally important in my growth because of like it's going by that much quicker, right? As we gain that momentum through what practice, through discipline, through choice, through however you put it. This is like an influence of energy, like adjusting what we surround ourselves with as well. Yeah. A lot of us have been leaving situations that no longer serve us, and I think you're kind of doing that here too, Leo. This is the death card. This is, again, more of this harvest kind of energy here as well, with learning divine lessons through these cycles, endings and beginnings. Saying goodbye to what isn't healthy for you, right? Putting that down, right? And taking healthier steps forward. Because after the death, you get the sun. That's awesome. Look at Urus came up again. Double. I can't make this stuff up, you guys. Yeah, definitely being guided with momentum of this closure. You're definitely getting some thorough closure here, whatever this is, into what is healthier. You're definitely closing a chapter and you're deliberately stepping. Yeah, You know that you're slowly building that momentum. You're deliberately doing this because you're like stepping away from something. You're kind of closing a chapter. You're honoring that ending into the new beginning. You've made that Two of Swords very firm decision into your new blessed nurturing beginning. You've already been into this. Leo, look at you being proactive with yourself. Wow. I'm impressed with you, Leo. All right. What you need to do, like I need to tell you, but this is Hagelan's in your advice for what to do for now position. So this is irreversible, saying that it is something that's like a divine mandate, pretty much, needing to be very grounded, but also it's transcending any barriers. It's like an unintended eventuality, like a hailstorm, like in any natural disaster, or like a car repair or house repair. It's not an if, it's a when. Things that we don't necessarily want to happen in our lives, but we know that they must. So this is kind of, I see this as like acceptance of that death card and stepping into something new and letting divine just like wipe away, like a hailstorm would wipe away a crop, what doesn't serve you in your life. Let this happen for you rather than to you, is another good sense of advice. These can be painful transitions. I don't see this as a painful one, but just make sure that this isn't a reactionary one as well. Okay, make sure that this is a very present one. This is a very responsive one, right? Four of Swords, and I see this coincides with Isa here quite a bit here too. Time for rest and going within. Yeah, let the storm pass. Just kind of, you've made that decision. You made up your mind. Things are happening. The wheels are set into motion. Let them happen. Let the energies catch up with your decisions. Leo, hello. Let the energies catch up with your decisions. Just be present. Go within. Yeah, you need to balance needs, constraints, limitations. Some things are not in your control. Some things you just need to let them be. Let them remove themselves from your life, right? Balance out these needs, constraints, limitations in your life in the meantime by going within for that inner clarity, that rest, that recharge that you need anyway. You already made your mind up. Universe is it's going to catch up. In your outcome, Leo, is this is the pilgrimage rune, the horse rune, an energetic source that's proven itself to you throughout instances of your life. This could be that influence energy here a little bit, is what I'm guessing here too, or maybe this nurturing kind of energy. But this is that sense of like a feeling spiritual recharge, like you're on your new adventure of your life. You're willing to lead and to be led. You're willing to lead your own life, but also be led by divine source here for you. It's that beautiful balance of reciprocated kind of energy in this travel that you're embarking on. In that sense, I see that as your improved relationship with your energetic self source, right? Energetic source. It could be your higher self as well. It could be a family member, right? It could be a business partner. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't here, okay? This is beautiful, though. This is a new kind of a sense of the journey here. You have the world reversed. Okay, so you're not really going on an outer journey. This is more of an inner journey. Yeah. But it doesn't mean it's any less than, right? This is that much more powerful. This is exactly what you asked for. This is exactly what you asked for. That decision that you're in right now. Look at this. Oh, you got this. What? You guys, Leo, I cannot make this up. Yeah, it was again. Yeah, Uru's twice down here. You got Ewa's twice up here. for your outcome. All right. But you have the world reversed. So this is definitely some major energetic source that's proving itself to you in very healthy ways. And you need to recognize this as an aspect of yourself, as an aspect of your relationship with divine source, and look for an aspect of somebody else in your life, like a third energy in your life. Okay, Leo, because and spend time in gratitude for those energies, right? The world reversed here is like, this is something more of your immediate surroundings, but I think this is going to help you with your relationship with yourself and your authenticity and showing up here. This is stepping into some beautiful energies here for you, Leo. Let me know in the comments below how this resonates. I love this reading here for you. The Dragon Path Oracle deck is what we're reading here this week with. So, Divine, please show us clearly what one card of clarity. Guys, Uru's twice. It was twice. What? I don't think that's happened ever on my channel. Maybe on one card, maybe like this, true, but not. Yeah, y'all can't make that up. Okay, Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity do you have for Leo's divinely guided room reading here this week, for this week's divinely guided room reading? What one card of clarity? Whoa, 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 whoa. Joey Lawrence entered the building. All right, y'all. Divine and I just made a big creative mess. It'll be 1 second. Cue the music. Okay, I think that was all the cards. Okay. Divine says yes, that was all the cards. Thank you. All right. All right. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity does Leo need to hear for this week's divinely guided room reading. What an interesting distraction that was. What message of clarity does Leo need to hear for this week's divinely guided? Okay, you were really flexing that top card. Okay, yes. Okay, I'm hearing a big yes. Courage. This has Leo energy all over it too. Card number 9, Courage. Beautiful card. These are all very beautiful cards in this deck, and we're going to read more about this card. So let me just find that here. Courage says, be brave, stand tall, and you've got this. This beautiful, powerful dragon comes to the fore when we need to be strong, usually on an emotional level. We may need to hear strength for many life situations. For example, when we have lost a loved one or are making huge life changes and we need an extra dose of courage. She is there to support you and an anchor to hold on to. She says, you are safe. It's time to be strong and vulnerable at the same time. You are capable of a great many things, and it's time to acknowledge them and believe in yourself. Your depth of character is your ally. Your ability and tenacity are your anchors. Now is the time to own them. Be brave. Stand tall. You've got this. You are far braver than you give yourself credit for. If you find your courage failing and your self-doubt taking over, call upon courage to find your feet. She will guide you through any challenging situation and support your self-belief. All you have to do is ask. She assures you that everything is exactly as it's supposed to be, even if you are unable to see the bigger picture. Courage is a perfect meditation partner. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.